Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. We're here in May. It's starting to get a little rainy here in central Illinois, and I just wanted to bring you guys a video from my own backyard. If any of you guys watching out there are like me, you have gotten to this point where you're like, okay, the season's beginning. I really want to get out there and put my field work to the test, and now it rains. And so everyone's disappointed, but not me. In these opportunities where you're not able to get out to the course with a friend, or the rain has picked up, or the wind has picked up, what you need to be doing is go to your backyard. This is an opportunity for us to work on our approach games, and if the conditions aren't the greatest, then you get to practice your approach game in those conditions. When it's raining, when it's windy, when it's dark out. So all I'm trying to bring you here today, guys, is kind of what I do in these situations where I'm not really able to make it out to the course, but I have some time available where I can practice all of my short up shots. My front yard is not the largest. At the longest, it's about 180 feet from where you're standing all the way to the back side of the clearing behind the basket. All this means is that I should be extremely proficient at throwing 180-foot shots. When I'm out here, I'm grabbing all my putters that I can, and I'm learning how to throw them on hyzer, flat, or ante lines. I have been using this opportunity not only to learn the backhand approach shots, I'm working on my forehands. And I can't tell you how often I have been using putter forehand shots to approach the basket that are a lot more accurate and preferable than the backhand approach shot. Using challengers is great, it's gotten me very far. I did switch a little bit to the steady, started throwing that a little bit. But now with the Legacy team, I'm also using these opportunities to get to learn a little bit more about the Legacy lineup. So in Legacy Discs, they've got a variety of putters, most of them erring on the straight side. I'm really just trying to figure out which one feels best for me, which one I can get to fly on a consistent line. And I've got a variety here for you guys. First, I want to shout out my local buddies, Steven Rogers and Robert Hansen. These guys are local Legacy throwers, or have been in the past, and they've been kind enough to lend me some plastic before I'm able to get my allotment in from Legacy Discs. So starting here, I've got what looks to be a shatter clutch. This feels very, very nice in the hand, very similar to a Discraft magnet, and I feel like this specific disc has even a little bit more overstable of a flight than the magnet does, but very reliable, very straight when hammered on. I like it a lot. Next one that was lent to me as well is this Icon Hunter. Hunter, also by design supposed to be a really straight disc. It kind of has its own unique feel. I also like it. It's very similar feel to the clutch and the magnet style feel in the hand. This one is a little more understable by design, and it flies like that for me in this plastic as well. So love it a lot. And then the next mold that I have able to try out are a couple prowlers. So this one was given to me by Robert Hansen, and in the baseline plastic is actually really understable. When I hit it hard, it just has a turnover line and it never stops turning. A disc I've never really had before, but I'm really interested in learning. And the last one is a somewhat new Icon Prowler. I happen to pick this one up from Sun King Discs in Florida, so really happy that they were letting this one go. It's definitely a bagged disc. All that being said, guys, I just want to be out here and show you guys a session of mine. It takes usually like a half hour for me to run through all of this. If you have, 4 to 8 putters, you should be able to get through this pretty quickly and just gain some consistency in your approach game. I'll be throwing backhand shots and forehand shots, and in each one of those I'll be throwing hyzer and flat shots to the basket, which is about 150 feet away from me. Now all I'm trying to do here, guys, is be ultra confident to hit my line and land in my comfort zone next to the basket every single time within 150 feet. All right, enough rambling, guys. I'll show you my routine and we'll get back to you in a little bit. What? As you saw by those first two hyzer shots, that was fantastic. I'm able to really kind of lean on a little bit more power on those hyzer shots, so I throw them a little bit harder, they stay a little bit closer, so I do like the hyzer approach. And the wind is pretty low out here right now, so any errors that I have, that's all on me. All right, so as you guys probably saw there, all of those flat shots were a little bit far and right of the basket. That's just accounting for what my miss would be at this line. I tend to overpower them a little bit, get them a little too flat to Annie, but no problem. All of those putts are makeable. All right, so as you guys saw there, pretty inconsistent on the Anheuser releases. I'm really working on ensuring that I got my elbow really high and I follow through low, drawing that hula hoop from high to low so that all the shots come out on a strong Anheuser angle. A little bit of distrust in ensuring that those kind of overstable putters don't just flex out at the very end. So just something I gotta learn to trust the disc and trust the line I'm putting on. Now on to the forehands. Once again, an example of how those hyzer shots are really dependable and reliable. The forehand takes a little bit warming up, but I liked every one of those shots and all of them are puttable. right, so that last one I was just trying to trust a little bit more air underneath it just to hopefully get it to settle down and land softly. All in all, that's getting to be one of my favorite approach shots. It's just the flat forehand line. Tiny bit of variation in baby hyzer, baby anhyzer, but I still like that kind of shot. Now that's one shot that I've never really been able to lean on in the past. And now with just some backyard experience, I feel a lot more comfortable and confident breaking that out on the course. Granted, it's not as accurate as the hyzer shot. Maybe even the backhand would be a lot better suited for that shot. Sometimes you don't get a chance though when you need to scramble and step out and execute a forehand shot that turns over, doesn't really ever come back. All right guys, so that's what I do here in my backyard. I'm practicing my approach shots on those days that I just can't make it out to the course, can't make it out to the field, or days that have really crummy weather, lots of wind or lots of rain. So you can add a point system to this, or you can add putting practice on top of it as well. I wasn't recording, but I was putting a lot of these discs out after having thrown the shots, and it's a good way to kind of combine your putting practice if that's off along with your approach shots. And guys, your approach game has to be on if you want to score and keep strokes off of your game on the course. If you guys found this helpful, I hope you guys are able to replicate this out in your guys' backyards, able to work on that short game and just be a better general disc golfer. Thank you guys so much for watching. And once again, this is just the beginning of my journey with Legacy Discs, figuring out their plastic. Next will be mid-ranges and fairway drivers. Going to show you a little bit of what I'm throwing there. And excited to get a big order of discs in that I'll be able to show you guys. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you guys on a fairway soon. See ya.